Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet a cluster stitch in round shape which you can use in crochet coasters, doilies, bags and other caps patterns. So I am using a baby soft yarn for this project. First of all, wrap the yarn around your fingers and make a magic ring, which is basically a loose slip knot. I am using a 3.5mm crochet hook for this project, but you can use any kind of crochet yarn and crochet hook size. For the first row, make chain 2, wrap the yarn, go into the magic ring, pull the yarn. Now pull through first 2 loops only. Then again wrap the yarn, go into the magic ring, pull the yarn and pull through first 2 loops only. Now pull through all 3 loops to make your first cluster stitch. Then make chain 2, wrap the yarn, go into the magic ring, pull the yarn, pull through first 2 loops and then again wrap the yarn, go into the magic ring, pull the yarn, pull through first 2 loops only. Again wrap the yarn, go into the magic ring, pull the yarn and pull through first 2 loops only. Now we are having 4 loops. Pull through all 4 loops to make our cluster stitch 2. This is basically a double crochet together stitch, 3 double crochet together stitch. So again repeat the same pattern and make 3 unfinished double crochet stitches like this, and then pull the yarn through all 4 loops to make a cluster stitch. Repeat the same pattern 3 more times. So after completing, pull this starting yarn tail to form a ring. Then make chain 2, go into the top of first cluster stitch and make a slip stitch to finish your row, and then go into the next chain 2 space and make a slip stitch. From here we are going to start our second row. So again start with chain 2, wrap the yarn, go into the same chain 2 space, pull the yarn and pull through 2 loops only. Then go into the same space again and make unfinished double crochet stitch. Then pull through all 3 loops to make your first cluster stitch. Then make chain 2 and go into the same space again and make 3 unfinished double crochet. And then pull through all 4 loops to make a cluster stitch. So this is the pattern for this row. Make chain 2, go into the next chain 2 space and make your first cluster stitch. We are going to make 2 cluster stitches into every chain 2 space for this round, because this is our second round. So it's an increasing round as we usually do in circles or round shapes. So make 2 cluster stitches here and repeat the same pattern till the end of the row. So after completing this row, make chain 2, go into the very first cluster stitch and make a slip stitch, then go into the chain 2 space and make a slip stitch. Now again start with chain 2 and make 2 unfinished double crochet stitches, and then pull through all 3 loops to make a cluster stitch. Then make chain 2 and into the very same stitch make another cluster stitch. So in the start of every row we are going to make our increasing cluster. And now make chain 2 into the very next chain 2 space, make one cluster stitch here, and then make chain 2 and into the next cluster stitch we are going to make our increase again. So make a cluster stitch, then chain 2 and into the very same chain 2 space make another cluster stitch. So this is the pattern. Now make chain 2 and into the very next chain 2 space make one cluster stitch. So repeat this pattern of 2 cluster, 1 cluster, 2 cluster, 1 cluster till the end of the row. And after completing this third row, for the fourth row make chain 2, go into the same space and make 2 unfinished double crochet stitches and then finish it off. Then make chain 2 and into the very same chain 2 space make another cluster stitch, because our very first chain 2 space is our increasing point. So make another cluster stitch. Now make chain 2 and into the next chain 2 space make one cluster stitch, then make chain 2 into the next make one cluster stitch, so this is the pattern, 2 cluster and then 1 cluster increase, and repeat this till the end. So friends, after completing this fourth row, I have already done my first cluster stitch increase. So into the next chain 2 space make one cluster, then make chain 2 into the next one cluster, make chain 2 into the next one cluster, and then repeat this row till the end of the round. So these 6 are our increasing point of cluster stitch, and you can see in between these rounds we are making one cluster, in the next 2, in the next 3, and in the next 4, and then 5, and you can make your round cluster stitch pattern as bigger as you want by increasing like this into this 6 point. And then if you want to make a head after completing the base, you can stop increasing and you can simply make your cluster stitch. So you can use this pattern in crochet doilies, hats, even bags and other crochet projects. So if you like this cluster stitch in round shape, must try it in different crochet projects. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.